Get access to influencing experts. Welcome to Easy Talk Live. Hosted by Eric Lewis. Woo-hoo! You guys ready to do this? Connect with celebrities and entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship at its best. Products, news, reviews, interviews, performances, events, even a little comedy. Giving back. CEOs connect with the top CEOs in the industry. And now, get ready for Easy Talk Live. Everybody pull your mobile phones out and put your hands together for the Easy Talk Live Show. It's time to stop doing it the hard way and start doing it the easy way.
Easy way! Hey, the easy way! Oh, easy way! It's the easy way!
It's the easy way. Welcome everybody. What's going on? So we got some information with Johnny Venokur in the house. Let me give you guys a little introduction of who Johnny Venokur is. How many people have seen Scott Bale's 45 and Single on VH1? How many people have watched Jimmy Kimmel's Alive? How many people watched Lou Ferrigno on The Offer on Paramount Plus? How many people watch Netflix? Getting ready to get his own show on Netflix coming up. Johnny Venokur is the man with the master plan, and he's here ready to give you guys some info with the microphone in his hand, drinking his water, getting all prepared, getting all ready, because we're all excited. We're getting ready to tell you guys what's going down on the stage tomorrow. And he was also one of our presenters, multiple presenters. Johnny's been with the eZWay family for a while, and hit me up. He's like, "Hey, Eric, I got some stuff to say. Let's do an exclusive." I'm like, "All right, Johnny, let's go." So here we are, Johnny Venokur.
This is crazy. This is so nice. Friday night, man. This is Friday night. I'm in Los Angeles, right around the corner from Hollywood, and I'm with freaking Easy. Baby, I know Easy a long time, man. I love when he reaches out to me. You know that old song, reach out and touch someone. You know what? I've been touching a lot of people, but I remember when Eric first touched me, and no pun intended, he reached out and said, "Hey, you."
Yeah, I'm not liking that comment, Johnny. I'm not liking that. I reached out and touched you. I reached out and maybe tried to get you to respond to me. I don't like the word touched. That's just not resonating with me. Like let's use a different. You know what I mean? Like I reached out and touched you. That's
Reach out and touch me. Listen,
no.
Eric, the truth of the matter is, I was in, where was I? I was in, some diner. What was the Denny's Diner. And it was a long time ago. And you looked at me and you said with your eyes, that guy. I want to know that guy, and from then on, we knew each other, and we created great moments, great opportunities as we linked together and created more and more opportunities for others to learn and do and succeed with. So you were a young kid at the time, and I was a young man at the time, and we just did some great things as we band together. And you would reach out. You reach out, and you reached out. And you took my skillet. It was vegetables and eggs. But you know what? You reached out and created great moments. You're still doing it, but you raised the bar. And now you're talking to all the A's out there. And A's really means that people are really doing things and making a difference out there in Hollywood, but not only Hollywood, really right across the whole globe. You really are in the know. And I thank you for seriously, it's Friday night. Where am I? I thought I usually dance on Friday night. And hey, that opening that you played just now for your StreamYard is wonderful. I love it. Our great friend, Ashley Willis, who is now mother of two and still singing, right? Still singing. There she is doing the opening for your show. And she's a wonderful lady. We all had great adoration for her. But you had good eyes. and I had good eyes, and we collaborated sometimes. With some of the great talents that came forward and
Mm-hmm.
helped us with projects we were working on, whether it was our
Mm-hmm.
own
Mm-hmm.
or others. And you stayed true to that. And I'm going to say, reach out and touch someone. No, no, but what that means is that you're wonderful and you follow through. You don't just talk the talk. You walk the walk, and we have to because there's too
No, no, no.
many.
I'm moonwalking the walk now.
Oh, wait,
I,
wait, wait. Now I know
I'm
about your move.
sideways.
Hey, wait, that makes me think of. Wait a second. Tomorrow night, and I don't know, there's a few great celebrities, some that you brought into the show, and including yours truly, me. There's a show tomorrow night, Brooke Forbes. You have created a network for her of comedy that we're all going to partake in. Tomorrow, she has a great show that is filming that is due to you and your entrepreneurship, and you just don't end. But here I am. There's a few of your clients that are on stage. That includes me, Brooke Forbes, baby. You put her right there as the host of the show over at the Comedy Chateau on Lancashire in North Hollywood. Baby, we're all going to brew. Yeah, and you guys, whoever's listening to this, and it'll replay and replay, you got to come down tomorrow night. The ticket is cheap. It's not an expensive ticket. It's real cheap. But you know what's really expensive? Expensive is the talent. And the talent is AAA, baby. And it is due to yours truly, Mr. eZWay. I'm on stage tomorrow night. This is the greatest thing ever. And I got networks coming, baby, tomorrow. Networks are showing up on the scene. Yes.
Mm.
And tomorrow we're going to, well, it's a little bit of a surprise, but we're doing a little dance because we do a little dance and make a little love. And we
Mm.
love every one of you. We dance because if you're in trouble and you're not doing it right, just dance. That's our remedy. And years ago, me and Easy did it on stage for a couple of hundred people. And you know what? I heard we might be on stage tomorrow night. That's right. And we was dancing to the good music and the good times, baby, as the whole audience there in the Chateau, Comedy Chateau, plays along. So I'm honored, baby. Great. Hey, we got Paul Rodriguez there tomorrow night. Am I right? Paul Rodriguez. And who's that? Who's the guy? Your client? Nice guy. He's a big man. What's his name? Tell me.
I got a lot of big men that are clients, Johnny. What
Oh, will you stop? Come on. So what? No, but one guy in particular is so funny. He was on the Barat movie. What's his name again? What's his
Oh,
name?
Ken, yeah, my boy Ken DeVitian.
Yeah,
Ken DeVitian.
Davidian is wonderful. And he's going to be doing not only comedy, I think he's going to be doing a skit with Brooks Forbes. I mean, and you know what? We're all going to be there to support. I'm coming on stage. I'm going to do my five, baby. And I'm going to tell you what America's favorite reality star is doing right now. Now, Eric knows it all, baby, because we actually putting some things together as we speak. And we create opportunity for everybody. But tomorrow, it's not about business. It's about a
No.
show, baby. A show, baby. So you come and you see comedy tomorrow night. Starts at 5 o'clock. The actual comedy starts at 7:30. Eric is going to be doing the walk, baby, and we're going to be doing the walk together because you got to go arm in arm. But Z, tomorrow's a time to kind of let it all hang out and really create the fun. You've got some great clients up there. I am there, baby. I am there, and you know what? It's due to you that I am there and appreciate it. But I really just want to have fun tomorrow. You know what I mean? Am I right about that, Z?
Oh, I'm with you 100%, Johnny. That's what I've been telling everybody, like all my industry friends. I'm like, man, this is just gonna be fun. Comedy, fashion. You have a couple drinks, chill at the table, walk a carpet, get some press. But really, just it's a good night to just enjoy yourself with friends. And I'll tell you, we got an entourage. We got a mob coming down. We got some of our investors and business people coming down. We got some of our celebrity friends coming down. We got our media coming down. We got our in-house media. Probably have about 30, 40 of the eZWay family coming down to this thing. And then we're also going to be talking about better vision for children, which is the beneficiary for this entire event. I'm going to be talking about the app, the eZWay interactive app, and then how this channel is now launching on eZWay.tv. eZWay.tv is killing it. It's a whole nother situation, a whole nother ball game now with what we have with eZWay.tv and the partners that we have on eZWay.tv, the people that we're working with, people like Johnny Venokur, people like top level investors and top flight producers, and I mean people that own banks. I mean it's crazy what we have going on with eZWay TV right now. So make sure you subscribe to eZWay.tv, and then that's where the new gaining access, which gaining access show that we're behind the scenes working on. We're gonna give everybody the access that their dreams are really needing to come to fruition.
I think that's great, Easy. I think it's a good. Tomorrow night, I think we should. What I'm going to do is, and what we will do is create the opportunity and get a lot of these talents and up and comings onto the show.
And Johnny,
Onto the show.
well, speaking of on the show, I mean, we got Michelle Murata on the show right now. You see her comments. She's saying, "Hey, Eric. Hey, Johnny. We want to definitely acknowledge you, Michelle. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you guys share, I'm just going to say this real quick. If you guys share, then we care. Okay, you share, we care. We'll promote you. We'll blow you up. So please share this broadcast. We're doing it the easy way. Back to you, Johnny.
That's right. That's right, Eric. And Michelle Murata, thank you very much, Michelle. It is all about sharing because, and no pun intended, because, even when we shared, I remember Christmas Day, your father and I, Jim, were out there doing the dance with all the people that couldn't have and were needy, and we delivered it right there in person, and your dad and I really had some great fun because I mean you got when you're giving like that and you're giving of your time, it's heartfelt and it's a win-win situation, Eric, and you created that opportunity there as you keep on doing that. Tomorrow night, we're gonna tap you on the shoulder and go, hey, we want to give you access, and what we'll do is give you a number to text, and you'll have that, and you'll let us know you're interested, and you're going to gain opportunity. You really are tomorrow. So it's not only about seeing great entertainers like yours truly, and dancing the dance with Easy, and learning more about the Easy movement, and all the great apps that you will partake in. So it will help you create and utilize all that Eric offers. Because if you sit back and you just watch and you don't get involved, then you're not doing your due diligence for yourself, because someone could always say, do, but if you don't follow through, then you're not doing what you need to do. So either you do or you don't. As I tell my clients, I'm an entertainment life coach, as well. I'm an author, and I'm a talker, and meaning I'm a VIP talk host right now, and I'm on stage to really send the great words around. I do a PowerPoint. Eric gets involved with that as well, and we all relate to each other because it's about the movement and about the family. The Wall of Fame is one place, but that's just one place. There's many other places that Eric provides now. He works very hard at it, and we all work hard in our own right, but when you create the team and you create the power, one is powerful, but the team is powerful to the 10th power. And you know what I'm saying, Eric, because you always preach that. Well, the family. And, the family means the family. And we all are supposed to help each other get to the greatest places. So this is great. But tomorrow, Eric, we let it down. We just walk and we do the strut. And our struts. I learned a couple of struts from you. I know which way you go. You go this way, you go that way, but I have to look close up and personal, and I got to do the dance, right? I did a dance once for the great Michael Bay, who is a very well-known director, is a big movies and so forth and so on, and I did a little dance. and that's what booked me about 7 different commercials that I did for HBO. But tomorrow night, I'm going to do the dance with the Z, baby, because I've been putting it together all night. Which way which way to go? When you go up, when you go down, there's a lot of intellectual, very deceptive things that you do to
You've
make
been
yourself.
practicing your waves, Johnny. You've been
Oh
practicing your
yeah.
waves
Oh
and
no.
also so
Yeah,
you can
I start
actually.
with the. Yeah, I've been waving in my sleep, and let me tell you something. Wherever you got to get as much practice as you can, and that's what I do. And then I come up and I raise and rise to the occasion of doing the dance, baby. Because I preach, Eric. I say, you having a bad day? You're never having a bad day. No, you're having a good dance, singing a good tune, baby. So that's going to be part of that movement tomorrow. It's all entertainment. Paulie Rodriguez and many others that you're going to recognize that are there at Brooke Forbes Comedy Hour, baby. Yes, and she's the host. She's doing a show coming up very soon on
Well,
the
yeah, the
eZWay
stained
Network.
red carpet, Johnny. The stained red
Oh,
carpet is a
wait,
big
wait, wait.
production.
Yes. It,
They've done many, many, many big events like this, and
oh, I love
this is
that. I
just
love.
one of many, which are all going to be on
Oh,
eZWay TV that
oh, I love it.
you guys can watch. And what Johnny's talking about is, I'm a professional dancer. I used to be. I'm older now, but
Ah,
I
you're
used to dance with
fine.
Post Dance Troupe. I used to dance on television. I was an Axe body spray, commercial star, and I know how to pop lock. I know how to break dance. I might even do some crazy moves, and Johnny's going to try to duplicate it. So I might
Correct.
do a windmill or a head spin, and Johnny will break his neck. So no, I'm kidding.
Well, you know what? Listen, I will do that with that windmill because you do what you got to do what you got to do. But if you do it, if you really do it, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to. How do you say? You have to feel the vibe. You have to feel the cool. You got to become the cool, become the vibe, and hopefully you make the right moves. And it's all the right moves. And that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Making all the right moves as Easy tries to outmove me and outgroove me. That ain't gonna happen, baby. Not with Johnny V. And you guys know me from VH1. Hey, by the way, you saw Scott Bale. He's all over the news, God bless. Well, I was Scott Bale's wingman. I think I still am. But I was his wingman for several years in a show I co-exec. And right now, soon to be on the Netflix series reality style show. But you know what? Enough about me. Tomorrow is about, how do we say, connecting the dots. We got networks coming down. I got networks. EZ's got networks. We got great, important people in the room tomorrow. And what are we doing? We're telling jokes. We're being funny, and we're showing the entertainment. And
Well,
and,
Johnny,
and,
we,
and
we got a
yeah,
lot of viewers. We got a lot of viewers in here now, and the
yeah,
title of this is "What's Happening with Johnny Venokur and His Netflix Show." Okay,
right,
so now that you brought
absolutely.
that up, let's talk Netflix. All right,
Well,
let's talk what's really going down. Like, what is the show about? How did you get? Like, let's talk a little bit of the behind the scenes story. When is it happening? When is it airing? Who you connected with? Like, let's talk Netflix.
this. I could tell you that it's me finding myself. So it's about me finding myself and relating to everybody up in Las Vegas and the lights, all the very famous people, the infamous people, the people that will be famous, should be famous, or should never be famous. No one is out of the loop there, and that's what it's about. It's about creating great performers that rise to the top of the top. And I, who did the show with Scott Baio for several years on VH1, the number one show, they pulled that character and then they created the following. This guy who wants to be bigger than life, who can go to the greatest entertainers and get their input, but he never leaves an entertainer without telling that entertainer, Copperfield, Penn and Teller, whoever it is, telling them, well, hey, guys, I can help you. I got a way to help you rise to the top, because I believe no matter how famous you are, you can really rise to great places as you create the contacts and the moments that you are relating to these great famous people. One of the performers looked at me once, and I told Eric this, and they said to me, they looked over to me and the camera was rolling. They said, hey, Johnny, I think we're making you famous in Vegas. So I thought about it, and I looked over to one of the producers, and I said, wow, this is true. You know, it's about family, baby, and the family can come from anywhere. That's what the show is about, creating I was on the hunt for the real and the most famous Elvis Presley impersonator, and I finally met him. I was looking all over the place. Part of my journey in Las Vegas, and part of what the network liked, I finally found him, and he started crooning me and singing these great Elvis songs. People are funny. The way I create great moments, I'm kind of like another version of oh my God, who's the guy that walked with the cane? The actor, the comedian. Oh my God. Well, I'm the
Marlboro
guy.
Marx.
No, not the Marx Brothers. Charlie Chaplin. They say I'm another version of Charlie Chaplin, in 2025. But, everybody wants to be part of the moment in time. And I would relate to a mother and an autistic young daughter. And before they knew it, with no words, we were doing the dance, a dance that they will remember all their lives, because you know what? Doesn't matter who you are or what you have going or what you don't have going. Nothing keeps you out of being passionate and wonderful in life and being the best you can be. So it's about that. It's about the heart and soul of what Johnny, and you know me, Eric, brings to the table in a place called Las Vegas, which is sometimes humane, inhumane, but always great performers that come from all over the globe. So we talk to the oldest personalities, to the new ones that just stepped out into the there's a thing where I show up to a comedy show. I've told Eric this many times, and the girl said to me, "Hey, we got Johnny V in the audience," but she forgot my name, and she didn't say Johnny V. She said another name. I said, hold it. I said to the girl, "That's not me." And she said, "Well, what's your name?" I says, "I'm Johnny V, America's favorite reality star." So she says, "Well, we got Johnny V in the audience, America's favorite reality star." So he says. I looked at my partner and I said, "What did she say?" Here's the deal. That's what the show ended up being. You know what I mean? Because it's really about a guy who's not famous, but very famous in every way. And it's about, when I looked at the great Elvis Presley impersonator, Eric, and I told you this one too, but for your people listening, it's a great one. I looked at him, the cameras were rolling. I didn't say anything to him, but I could feel that Elvis was not happy. He was a little ticked off at everybody. So this is what I did. I took his collar, and Elvis has a big collar, and I fixed his collar. I straightened it out. He took a moment and he looked at me. And that connection, that little humane connection, all of a sudden, not only was he singing, he was dancing. He was a whole nother person, because that's what it's about, connecting to people, bringing that love, bringing that heart, bringing that soul. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfilled. Oh, my darling, I love you, and I always will. We brought that during the show. And the greatest performers that you can imagine are involved. Now, the network has said that they want to continue the show. So, there's a lot of good comments about it. But, I knew that, when you bring your heart and soul into something, and I know you know this, Eric, it's going to be a win-win. I'm an entertainer. So there are many places in that show where I said nothing, but I just did. And I brought every person under the sun, into the program as they were heartfelt and created and also created the love and support. That's what it is. It's about bringing the greatest to a person. I was very famous from Scott Baio's 45 and Single. So the idea of the show was, well, he should be famous again. And you know what? We're all famous in our own right. And part of the show is creating that fame. So we will look for that also, that input. When we come tomorrow, and I'm coming down with Eric Z tomorrow, we will look for people we think are the next famous person. And we'll bring that into the mix. That's what it's about, baby.
That's
You
a
know,
that's a
making
that's a great that's a great jump start, Johnny, for the gaining access. But so is the show called Johnny Venokur or Johnny V, famous in Las Vegas, or is it just called Famous in Las Vegas?
it's Johnny V. It's Johnny
Okay.
V's famous in Las Vegas. Yeah. Because
That's
yeah,
big. That's big. I
yeah.
want you guys to post your comments, like, share. That's huge. That's to get your own show that's named after you. I mean, it's one thing to just get on Netflix, be an extra in Netflix, just be involved with Netflix, co-produce or whatever. But when you get to the point where your name is the show on Netflix, that's like I mean, this is your time. That's really when is that coming out?
It is the time, and they're talking about either August or September, and
Wow.
I'm very how do I say, patient, because I'm very appreciative as well, and I know that great things are going to happen and are going to, how do I say, steamroll. And Eric, as we work together on these great projects, everything will be relative and relate to each other. So I'm just telling you that. But
Mm.
but your family, that is watching or will watch this on a repeat, whatever it is, tomorrow is going to be a great opportunity for people to come in there and reach out, because we want to help. Eric and I want to help that next person be the best they could be and create fame in their lives. They deserve it. You know what? My motto is this, Eric. Everybody deserves to be famous. Well, what's wrong with that? That means everybody will do their due diligence if we have anything to do with it. Because sometimes it's good to have that, how do you say, the power around you can create the success. It's just the way it is. That's life. When I was creating restaurants in New York, my father owned a very famous restaurant, New York's the famed Stage Delicatessen. It's a very famous restaurant. And then I created some restaurants after that in New York Midtown. But you create the entertainment, you create the passion. It could be restaurants, movies, TV. Eric and I are looking at some, how do I say, big films right now as we create the teams that will be the exec producers around these projects. So it's
And we're
really
open. We're always open for new executive producers. We're always open for new people to help fund these projects, help fund Better Vision for Children, and you always need money. That never stops. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to some of these positive projects that we're doing behind the scenes. And if you guys want to know more, get in the app, get in the eZWay interactive app. And you meet people like Johnny Venokur, and I mean, don't ever miss a VIP pitch party, and you might even get your chance to be famous in Las Vegas. You might get your chance to hang out with Johnny Venokur and hang out with me. Come on a carpet. I don't care if you're watching for Switzerland or Brazil or Canada or wherever you're watching from. You might be able to fly out and have the time of your life. You have your dreams come true, and then maybe even be shot for gaining access. I'm just saying.
correct. Exactly. No, without a doubt. You know what? You gotta how do I say, you gotta gain the access, and you gotta believe that you deserve the opportunities, and some of the opportunities are, let's say, connecting with me. You're famous in Las Vegas, you're gaining access, whatever that might be. You deserve to be right there in the mix, really. And I love that, and I love meeting great talent, as Eric does as well. And that talent we could bring to good places, as we relate to great talent out there.
Johnny, give a shout out to Victoria L. Sanchez, who's saying hi, Johnny. Great to see you. She's here watching, and then we got Hey Eric, it's really great live. I'm so glad. You know, we got to acknowledge our fans, man. We got
Well,
to not
Victoria
forget that they're.
Sanchez, great to see that you're there. Come over to that comedy club, Comedy Chateau on Lancashire in North Hollywood. We are going to be having a big party tomorrow, my friend. And listen, I don't really drink, but one dirty martini with extra olives, I just might do it because you know why? Because I'm doing a little dance, baby, and I'm doing it with EZ, and we're on stage, and I'll be talking a little bit about my journey in Las Vegas. I'll be doing a couple of minutes, and you'll see me talk about that great time I created for myself. And you know what? It's all about moments, and that's what I do. That's what Eric does, and that's why we collaborate. We want to create the good moments and the great opportunities. Everyone deserves the opportunity.
Johnny,
Yeah.
real quick. Let me just stop you for a second. I just want to make sure everybody knows you can download the eZWay interactive app. I actually had somebody send me a question, so you just pull out your camera, guys, on your phone, and you scan that with your camera. It'll bring up a link. You click on it and just follow the instructions, download the app, and then you can get interactive with eZWay Interactive and what we're talking about. All right, Johnny, back to you.
Yeah, yeah, it's so great, and please, and I couldn't say more about this because eZWay Interactive and all the apps that Eric has created to make you the best you can be. This is what it's about. Look, you can just sit idly by and watch the world go by, or you could get involved. You jump right in because I believe that wherever you jump in, it's going to be a great opportunity and a way that you can achieve things you never imagined. And that's what it's about. Believing in yourself. Hey, Eric and I never say anything less. You need to believe in yourself. That's the
Uh,
right.
and Johnny,
Yeah.
also too, I just want to kind of, point it out that you recently were on this celebrity connected, um, and you were on I'm sorry, Celebrity Sports Inc. That you recently did,
Correct.
and you were hosting with Tammy Aaron, from Pippi Longstocking. You guys want to make sure you tune in because I think our next guest is going to be the Celebrity Sports Inc. owner, maybe Tammy Aaron. We're making things happen. So, Johnny,
Absolutely. I was, they reached out to me from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and also Branson, Missouri, at two different events. And Tommy had me come in to be the host and also the ring announcer. And we had so much fun with that, with great celebrities that came down. And Tammy Aaron, who is the Pippi Longstocking character that from the movie, was we hosted together. It was a lot of fun, and we were in another place. And you know what? You really got to love cows. And I don't mean big people, but cows. I
I
never
don't
had.
like the smell. I don't like the
Oh,
smell
listen to me.
when
You know what to say? You know what someone said to me, Johnny? When you get up in the morning, you smell that smell. This is
no.
what David Harding said to me.
I love cows. I
No,
think they're
this is what he
amazing
said to
animals,
me.
but
He says, Johnny, you grab a cup of coffee, and he says, and that smell is the smell of money. And that's what he said to me.
oh,
To
okay. And
borrow a
Johnny,
lot of
aren't you on the on the influence effect? Didn't we put you on this on our book on my book that's on the screen right now?
absolutely. I'm
So
there.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and then your
Yeah.
the second book. I mean, your story is being told. I mean, guys, you guys are getting a complete exclusive right now with
Yeah.
Eric, Dr. Exulian, Johnny Venokur. You're getting some insides on what happens in the eZWay family. Make sure you subscribe to eZWay Network, eZWaynews.com. Get in the mix. Tell your friends. Don't miss it. And make sure you follow eZWay Family on Instagram.
Right.
Did you want to give them your
Absolutely.
Instagram, Johnny, or how people get? I mean, really, you should
Well,
give them your eZWay Wall of Fame profile. I've been
well,
telling you to use. Make it easier on
put
yourself.
put down the easy wall the link to that, because they can go on there and get everything, on the easy wall. But my Instagram is crashing, CRASHIN, crash in Johnny V, JOHNNY V, crashing Johnny V. But I got my TikTok and my YouTube, and it's all there. But all that information will be listed on the wall of fame. And anytime you want to reach out, please. Always can find me on the wall of fame, always. And we are in the mix, Eric and I, and we're creating opportunity. We're creating contacts. We're creating the gold, the golden link that I call it. What is the golden link? Knowing the people that will help you rise to the top, and I talked to someone very successful. He's a gentleman who was successful in the special effects world, and he's the one that said to me, Eric, he said, Johnny, gaining access. I says, what do you mean by that? I said to him, and he says, well, you can never not gain. You can never gain enough access. I said, so you still do it now with all the success you have? He says, absolutely. And then the next conversation was with Eric, and we said, you know what? That's a show. Let's do it. We always think,
100%.
right? It
Real quick, Johnny,
really is. It really is.
I want to acknowledge Victoria L. Sanchez as well. She's been commenting and being very, very supportive of this broadcast. But I just want to throw a quick shout out for her.
Okay.
Her son, unfortunately, is no longer with us. But they were involved with the American Legion, and created like a day or a major award or something like that. And then and now Victoria is actually going to be supported, and they got a big event. Victoria, you can post your comment if you want me to put it on the screen. But I think it's tremendous that the American Legion is supporting the Mom's Memorial Ride and what's happening with her son. So I just really wanted to point that out and put that out to all of you guys that are watching.
Well,
It's
I will tell
incredible.
you this, Victoria Sanchez, so nice to see you. I think I met you before. If you need me in any way, let me know. Eric and I will certainly rise to the best place possible, and we'll bring the funny and we'll bring the interesting into the mix. So please reach out. Reach out and call my name. But very nice to see you here, and thanks for supporting and being here. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. We're going to get a lot of tape on it tomorrow. If someone can't make it there, and the place is going to be, it's booked, it's packed, called the Comedy Chateau. It's Forbes, Miss Forbes, who's doing a show with Eric right now.
Brooke Forbes.
Brooke Forbes, beautiful lady. I mean, not as pretty as me, but still very pretty. But
I
we
think
met.
she's prettier, Johnny. I'm
She
sorry.
is. She is.
But
We met.
when you put those blonde wigs on, I don't know. You give her
Listen,
competition.
you know what, Victoria? If it takes a blonde wig, I'm okay. You know what? I'm okay because I do what I got to do. What I got to do. What I got to do. But so nice to meet you again. I think I met you once before, and we honor you, and we give you heart and soul. And hey, we'll be seeing you soon. And by the way, whoever's listening, you got to come down. Yes. Thank you too. Thank you, wonderful, wonderful person. I'm happy I met you through EZ. And because he's got a lot of spirit, and he's spiritual, and so is his dad. And that's one of the great things that I've had, over years is supporting that movement, heart and soul, heart and soul, heart and soul, and a lot of funny and dancing to the right tune. That all is very healing. Good to meet you again, Miss Victoria. Wonderful, 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 and look forward to many more meetings. But I always tell everyone, good things, find the light, find that light, and find a good dance.
Johnny,
Because
you don't remember
yeah,
you hung out with Victoria when my dad was honored with that very special honor, that Father Award. She was all
I do
a good person.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember, and it's so funny. Sometimes we meet so many people, and
Hmm.
and we go on to the next moment, and a lot of people have such great heart and such great stories to tell that create such wonderful moments in a person's
So we got to
yeah.
wrap it up,
Okay,
Johnny. I just want
all
to
right.
put it out there to you guys, everybody that's watching. We are now officially, we have partnered with a university that has given honorary doctorate degrees to people like Reverend Michael Beckwith and Al Sharpton and many, many amazing people. Been around for 30 something years. How would you like to get your own honorary doctorate's degree in humanitarian services? We are offering that now, as well as many other accolades and many awards. All you need to do is download the app, get involved, figure out how that works. Big event coming up on September 25th out here in Orange County. Major ceremony, major celebrities, major
You
press,
know what,
major
Eric?
carpet.
I just spoke to that lady. Very
Yes, you
great
did.
lady, right?
Yep,
Very
Stephanie.
nice
Yep,
lady. Very,
yep.
very sweet lady. And I'm actually talking to a friend of mine who I mentioned tonight, this Lucy, who has traveled the globe with her children and created great moments for people that are less fortunate around this globe. And I think she deserves to be, how do I say,
To
pushed
be
up.
recognized. Yeah.
Yes, recognized, because
Yeah.
we got to recognize those people that do great things. A good friend of mine, his name is Danny Ramiro. He does the news for ABC. That's a gentleman I'm going to talk to maybe about putting a show together about all that, because he's a wonderful guy and his
Mhm.
heart and soul is into that. You know, a lot of people, we all go through moments that are not the greatest, and somehow we have to find a way to create a shine, to shine the light, shine the light, shine the light. That's all I say, and feel the love,
We
because there are
unite the
people.
light, baby. We
What's that?
we unite the light. That's what it's about. We're
I
always
like that
uniting the
too.
light.
I like that too. I've shined a lot of lights. I rather unite. You're
Perfect.
right. But I got to tell you one more time. You got to try to come down, if you're able to, down to the Comedy Chateau. Brooke Forbes host, Eric doing his dance out there and bringing celebrities and all kinds of wonderfulness as he creates the great moments for Miss Forbes, who now has a comedy station on eZWay. And and and,
Johnny,
and
hold on real quick. Let me just acknowledge Victoria and what she's saying. I really
okay,
appreciate that, Victoria, that you've been offered an honorary doctorates before, but you specifically want to get it from us. I acknowledge that, and thank you so much. Go ahead, Johnny.
very good, very good. The heart uh, wants the heart, and it's a good thing, and that's what we feel. No matter what we talk about, Eric and I, we always bring the heart into this, and the spirit. We always do, because that's what you do, and that's what I've done since I
And
was
then
a
not to
little.
mention, Johnny, we also got the National Parents Day coming
Nice,
up with the
yes,
Universal Peace Federation,
love it.
which I'm an ambassador for peace for 180 countries, and basically we have it's going to be at the City Hall in Pasadena. We are looking for parents, which are married parents, happy families, people have incredible stories.
Nice, I
That's
love it,
coming up. I mean, guys, just
love
go
it,
to
love it.
eZWayEvents.com and learn more about our calendar and what we got
Yeah,
going
I
coming
will
up.
also say, if you see anything that interests you, please, on the eZWay wall, I say this for you, Eric. Then don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate, because if you see something and it makes sense, you got to reach out. You have to. You have to. You're not doing what you should do. Every day you should do something for you, and never hold back. I never forget the moment. Make it make sense, and if it makes sense for you, then you know what? Do it. I say, do it, do it, do it. I always tell my clients, you do it or you don't. And I believe in doing it. But Eric, I'm excited. You're so great, Victoria. You're wonderful. I look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be exciting. Woo! Are we doing some coverage tomorrow, Eric?
Oh, Johnny, we're going to always have eZWay News on any of these events. If you
Of
see
course.
Eric Zulli or any of our eZWay family or anybody involved in with the eZWay family, you're always going to see eZWay News, eZWay TV, and now, guys, we have the eZWay Images. And let me tell you what's going on with eZWay Images. If you're familiar with Getty Images or these big agencies, we now have our own photographers, or you can submit your own photos within our dashboard, and we're doing massive coverage on a major professional level that gets picked up by many other magazines and things like that, similar to the big boys and Getty and things like that. And on top of that, you can find your interview on eZWay TV, all automatic through the app now. We're changing the game, Johnny, when it comes to
No, no, no.
media
We are changing the
coverage.
game. Eric, you've been around there for a while now, and over your time, you've created that great connection to the people that we should know. I've been doing that for a while. That's how you and me connected, because we have the same heart. We have the heart, and we're doers. We're not just talkers. And Hollywood's a funny place. A lot of talkers, God bless you, but we're doers. And you can never discount a doer, because we are doers to the 10th power, baby. And that's the fun of it, that we get to create these wonderful opportunities for you guys. Eric does not stop. Unstoppable. I call myself unstoppable, but that's when I take a shower in the morning. But here's my,
Johnny, let me
yeah,
just go to the audience really quick, guys. If
okay.
you have had an experience and of a talker or a doer, I want you to post your comments below of your talker or doer experience in business with Hollywood or just general business, personal. I want you to post your comments below. Back to you, Johnny.
Yes, absolutely. And it's about doers. Grateful for all that I've met through Eric and these wonderful people. I mean, grateful for Eric and his great dad, Jim, who is just a great entrepreneur and a wonderful connector and a heart so big, better
Johnny,
vision
talk a
for
little bit
children.
about Better Vision for Children, BBC.
Yeah,
I got it up on the screen right
I
now.
was just going to bring that up, as he is so passionate for better vision for children. The funny thing is, I have some friends out in El Paso, and you never know, sometimes these young ones and the families don't have the finances and the opportunities to save eyesight, to do all that needs to be done. Better Vision for Children does that, and it's such a great way to give back and give these people that may not have good health, have the good health. It's a win-win. You got to just understand that Better Vision for Children is really to the 10th power. And Jim, I got to thank you. I don't know if you're listening right now, Eric, and the team that is working with you now with Better Vision. It's a win-win situation, guys. And I know. Every day, it's about giving back, where you can. And when you get the opportunity to give back, I say, give back. If you can't do it, let someone else know about it, because that's how the word travels. You understand? So I'm sending love, Jimmy. If you're listening, God bless. Check into Better Business, Better Vision for Children.
Better
No,
vision for
right. But you know
children.
what? Remember it. That's all I'll
It
say.
is about the business, though. You're
It is.
right.
It's all about the business, because if you don't have the business, you may not have the opportunities to have the Better Vision for Children. And that whole following, that whole movement is so important. You know what I mean? You're actually
Hmm.
helping people be healthy and have good lives together. So. Better Vision for Children, baby. Jimmy, you're in the house. I love you, baby. And by the way, I'm diabetic. For all you people that are diabetic, do me a favor. Get rid of the sugar, okay? It's not sugar. And Jim took me by the arm once. He said, Johnny, we're going to make you the healthiest diabetic that's around. The point is, you got to be proactive, whether it's your health or anything else you're doing in your life. So, Better Business for Johnny.
Better
I
vision.
love you.
Damn it. Say vision. Better
Vision,
vision for
I
children.
know, but I'm just being funny. But listen, tomorrow, come there to the Comedy Chateau, which is supporting, by the way, Better Vision for Children, and you're all part of a great movement. And how much fun, man! I mean, you're gonna have a good meal, you're gonna have a good cocktail, even if it's alcohol free. Whatever you do is good, and then you're really helping. So, Better Vision for Children will be honored tomorrow, where Brooke Forbes is the host. I'm a special guest. Johnny V. Vanokur. You know me from VH1 and a new series called Famous in Las Vegas, and much, much more that keeps on giving. And then watch for the programs that Eric and I, EZ, are creating, gaining access, and many more as we create the greatness in all of you that for a moment in time you're not sure. Well, when we get done with you, you're very sure.
And
And
Johnny,
thanks.
don't forget that we're going to be riding in style on
Oh, yes.
allaboardlimousineservice.com.
Allaboardlimousine.com, baby. I will be
Allaboardlimousineservice.com. Yeah.
all aboard limousineservice.com. I'll be stretching out in the back. I mean, listen, I'm only 5'5", but still, you got to stretch. You stretch, you feel better. God bless. So we'll be in that limo, and tomorrow we're traveling in style, and look forward to seeing everyone. Eric, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. We don't even know, but we're gonna do it, baby. We're gonna do it and do good things. So I look forward to tomorrow. Everyone, show up there. Come on, baby. That's the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood. Brooke Forbes, and you're going to check her TV show out on eZWay. Oh boy, this is exciting. I'm a special
TV channel. Like honestly, sorry to interrupt you, Johnny, but the Forbes Comedy Channel, we got some really cool, awesome, kind of some amazing comedian. I mean, right now we got Tommy Davidson on there performing. We got
love Tommy.
Tom Arnold on there performing through some of the stuff that she's got going on. But we got so much more. And if you guys are
Oh,
comedians and you want to submit your content, go to eZWay.tv. You can now anybody can submit their content to get on, but we are looking for that content specifically. And I want to give a shout out to Brooke Forbes. For her stained red carpet and that production. I know how much work that goes into everything. You know, props to you, props to everything that you do. We're looking forward to hanging out. Props to Sam Welly and Mario and my dad, and if Denise comes, and our team, and Courtney, and
yeah.
just everybody
I,
that
I,
shows
I,
up. Bright and
I,
Abel, go ahead.
I look forward to it all. And Brooks, on account of you, I met. She's opened the doors to me, and she said, "Johnny, baby, we're going to be doing some things on my show, and I'm wide open to it. And what I'll do is bring my guys, and we'll just have a big old party with some guys. Recently, by the way, I want to tell you, Felix, I know over at the Comedy Chateau, and I was over there not that long ago, and Dave Chappelle was up there, and he was killing it. He was killing. I mean, seriously, that's why that guy's he has star written all over him. God bless. But he was killing it. We had a lot of fun, and a lot of newcomers and a lot of regulars. And tomorrow's just a fun time. You gotta be nuts. If you're not going to at least try to get there, try your best, for God's sake. Come on, use the name Johnny V. Say Johnny V said, show up. Use it. I'll make it work.
Here's
Yep.
the thing too, Johnny. If they can't make it there in person, and I do understand sometimes you can't make it in person to these last minute broadcasts and stuff, but we are going to be doing a live broadcast just like we are now, providing the internet allows us to. And you're always, if you're eZWay family, you're always there with us in screen. Ooh, I like that. If you're eZWay family, you're always there with us in screen,
I
baby.
love that. What do you mean? You got to be here. If you're not there with the screen, then where did you go? For God, where are you at Denny's? No, you're always on the screen. It's live and it's happening. And here's the thing. It's not the past. It's not the future. It's the now. I live by that. It's the now. Eric works in the now. I work in the now. Not that you're going to have great things ahead of you, but it's the now. Tomorrow night, it's the now. And you're all going to be invited to the party. Brooke Forbes, baby. Comedy. Go
Johnny,
ahead.
let me just address Victoria real quick. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that you acknowledging that I'm a doer and I'm a Dick Clark. Or I was actually honored officially as the next digital Dick Clark. Shout out to Olympia Giullini. I appreciate that. That's me and Dick Clark and Olympia Giullini, and that's the little promo that we did when I officially got honored. But thank you so much for acknowledging that. Shout outs to you, Victoria. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Johnny.
Um, yes, absolutely. And that was a wonderful honor. It doesn't stop. And I think the greatness of life is when someone does something good, we wanna honor them. And that should happen. Eric goes to the 10th power. I myself tell my ex-wives, please don't call me. There is no honor there. I'm joking. I have no ex-wife. But listen to me. It's honor, honor. As Eric lives by that, I live by that. And tomorrow we will be honoring Better Vision for Children. You see,
Yep.
it's fun,
Yep.
it's comedy, it's
Yep.
Paul Rodriguez. It's Miss Forbes. God bless Brooke Forbes. It's easy. Johnny V. Vanokur is going to be out there, baby, doing a little dance and making a little love.
And
And
you
that's
know,
what I
Johnny,
do.
I'm gonna be there like crazy with my camera, with all
Yes,
of the people that we just mentioned, and with
yes.
you guys. So you guys will be a part of that. You'll be hanging out with Paul Rodriguez. You'll be hanging out with Brooke Forbes and me and Johnny, and then you can post on the screen and put your comments and ask Paul Rodriguez, ask any of the celebrities, ask anybody a question, a comment, talk to them, be a part of it. Just like I'm pulling up the screen right now. You got Victoria asking her question or whatever, like live, real time with these stars, with these producers, with these investors, with all the people. You could be right there in the comfort of your own home on your screen tomorrow from 5 to 9, because that's how we do it the easy way, baby.
Yeah, but listen, we do it. Listen, guys, you're going to check me out on the wall, by the way. I'm an actor. I'm a producer. I'm a comedian. I'm an author right now. I'm a speaker now. Eric has put me to work, by the way. I do regular work for him, but I get on the VIP stages now. I wasn't always there. Now I'm there. I used to travel to everywhere in the country, and you know, I became Johnny V, and I would bring you all kinds of things from Hollywood. Listen, reach out to me on the wall and we will make it happen. I will bring to you what I can and create the greatness, help you create the access, be that famous person that I'm going to say, I want you. And that's what I'm going to do. And Eric and I collaborate, work on great programs together in development on access. Tomorrow is about the funny, my friend, and really creating some connections. So watch and keep in touch. All right. We're going to make sure you're in touch and you could see it all. You want to ask me anything? Ask me. I'll even ask one of the performers the question that you might ask. Just say, Johnny V, can you ask Paul Rodriguez what he's doing tomorrow? I'll ask him. But you know, we're going to have fun tomorrow. That's what it's about. Looking forward to it. So, hey, Brooke Forbes comedy, Johnny V special guest, easy, running the carpet and running the night, baby. That's what he does. He creates connections and entertainment. So, peace out. I love you. Eric, I'm
Yes,
coming over
sir.
for a
Yes,
cocktail
sir.
right
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir, Johnny.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow, 5
Nice.
to 9 p.m.
Perfect.
At the Stain Red Carpet, guys. Do not miss it. Go to eZWayEvents.com. There's still time to get your tickets. There's still time to check it out. And there is definitely still time to check it out on my Facebook or LinkedIn or even YouTube. And now, forget all that. Just go to eZWay.tv. It's automatic. Right there on the live player waiting for you
Beautiful.
guys. 5 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shout outs to all aboard Limousine, Better Vision for Children,
Yes.
everybody that's a part of the eZWay family. Hashtag eZWay family. Use it and go ahead and abuse it. We love you guys. See
Love
you.
it.
See you later. Bye, Johnny.
Very
Bye,
good. Peace
eZWay
out.
family.
Love you
Have a
guys.
have
See
a
you
good
tomorrow
one.
night.
Bye bye.
Peace.
You're watching eZWay TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com.